Greetings and peace to you all. I am Umi. Thank you for joining me for another video. And yes, this video I wanted to talk about the importance of moving in silence. I'm very confident there's other videos and content on this subject floating around the internet. But since you're here and I have your attention, I just wanted to drop my insight on this and why it's so important, and that this kind of just goes beyond sensible advice to move in silence. Let's first address what that means. Moving in silence means very simply not telling everyone what you're doing, not telling everyone your business, even people that seem very well-to-do, who seem to support you, or people who ask you questions and you kind of feel obligated to respond. If it's your mother, your lover, a close friend, like, oh, what are you working on? You might feel a bit like obligated to tell them what you got going on or what your plans are. So I'm not encouraging anyone to lie, but I will encourage you to find strategic ways to respond to such questions where you don't have to reveal your plans. And there's a reason for this. It's on a few different levels. On a surface level, telling everyone your plans, the good thing about it is it can help you to feel accountable. You're like, oh, I told everyone I'm going to do this, so I need to do it. Yes, that's true. But the undercurrent to this is sometimes when we put energy out there or we say certain things, depending on how other people respond to it, or even people who are frenemies pretend to be your friends, but they're really kind of hating on the low, they can cast or project or speak against or think against you and your efforts in some way. And it can create these sort of energetic blocks. Yes, we're talking about, the unseen metaphysical exchange of energy, but it's a very real thing that you may find you say something or share something, and then it's very hard to bring it to fruition, or you find that you meet roadblocks, or it never actually comes to pass because you spoke it perhaps to the wrong people, or something in the universe is encouraging you to stop doing that, to plant that seed, because it's kind of like, having a secret garden where people aren't picking and digging and touching and grabbing and eating off of your stuff before things really have a chance to grow and bloom and develop. It's untouched, it's undisturbed. So sometimes in this context, it's appropriate to allow your seeds, you plant some seeds and just allow it to grow first. You tell the wrong people they can be like a dog and just come and dig it up. Not to say your friends or family are like dogs, but in, again, some cases there are people who pretend to support us when they kind of low-key, don't want us to succeed, or can even project a bit of envy, hostility, or hate, or talk about you behind your back. They start talking about it, and then before you know it, you're running into a few roadblocks, or things feel a bit difficult. So operating and moving in silence grants you the power and authority over your own ideas, your own business ventures, your own projects. So there's a point in time where it is appropriate to promote yourself. It is appropriate to share what it is you're working toward, because you may need support. You may need people to come through and support. So this is it's a personal observation. It's you recognizing when the timing is appropriate to share certain things. It's just like women when they're pregnant, or they first find out they're pregnant. The excitement is you want to tell the whole world, oh my God, me and Jacob, we're having a baby, and you want to tell everyone. But women who've maybe had children, or you listen to your mom or your grandma say, baby, don't you tell everybody. You wait till your baby develops and becomes a baby. Then you might want to share. Or, you wait till you're showing and then you share. Because again, it's just something about people that they can project or cast energy, or even our own self-doubt, our own worry, our own fears, our own self-sabotaging tendencies can interrupt, thwart, or sabotage what it is we're working toward. So move in silence, be strategic. I've done this many times, especially on a public platform like YouTube, and Uranus in my 12th house. I don't share people's business, but I can be so excited to share just stuff, like to want to share things with people to help them, support them, benefit them. But then I find like, dang, this didn't work out, or why am I like meeting such resistance, or like, oh, that's right, you told, the public and you don't know who doesn't want you to succeed, who's somewhere hating on you, who's somewhere like, wanting to just can't wait to give a thumbs down as soon as you post a video. Like there are people, unfortunately, that are like that just cannot wait for your shit to fall apart. So you want to make sure you're not sharing things until perhaps after it's succeeded, after you've gotten that business license, after you've launched your website. But to speak in terms of I'm about to do this, or I'm planning to do that, it's like, yes, the enemy's got some insight. They can go throw some spikes on the road so you can't have a smooth journey. You know, they can go gossip about you, or just in their mind, they're just angry about it. And all of that energy is floating around. So not to sound redundant, move in silence, you know, recognize who your friends are, who's always been a supporter, ride or die person that has never, you know, you've never noticed that they were quite, you know, envious of you or any of that. Like if you notice that this person has never been that way, they've always supported me, they've always shown up, then yes, you want to confide in them. You want to get their feedback. You might want to bounce ideas off of them. But individuals who you don't really know, especially when it comes to social media, putting all your business on Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, like, hey, I'm about to do this, I'm getting ready to do that, and then things don't come to pass, it's because you don't know who you're dealing with. You don't know who you're exposing yourself to, you know, and even within yourself, your own sense of self-doubt or over enthusiasm. Moments when we can over promise or kind of overextend ourselves or bite off more than we can chew is the word, because we're competing and wanting to show up in a public space like, you know, oh, I can do this, I can make it happen, when it really could be more than what we're capable of. So it's that notion of trying to impress others or compete with others and saying we can do what we can't. So just take your time, scale back, write it down. If you feel you really need to get something out there, like I just got to get it off my chest, I got to write it down. This is when having a daily journal is it's the thing to do. Write your plans down, write your goals down, read them out loud, revisit it, say it out loud. And this can be financial goals, you know, this could be relationship goals, because when you share these things, it then become other people's opinion as to what you're capable of doing. You know, like, girl, you ain't gonna get no man dressed like that or with your house like that, or okay, well, good luck with that. You know, your last relationship, and you don't need all of that. So write it down, because that is a personal goal. Speak it, talk it, share it with your ancestors. If you're someone who has an ancestor space or altar, or you communicate with your guides, you do readings for yourself, like this is your opportunity to talk to yourself without it being, you know, odd. But speak it out loud and sit down and pray about it and share it through prayer. You know, communicate with what or who you feel is your support system that has your best interests at hand. So I wanted to share that with you all. Be in peace, move in silence, write your goals down, keep your spirits up, recognize the world is shifting and changing. And this is all the more reason why you want to go within and understand this internal alchemy before we put things in this whirlwind, this pool of a whirlwind, and it gets lost in translation. Okay, so build up and strengthen that inner voice and your intuition and all that makes you a unique, powerful, amazing, divine soul. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. If you're interested in a one-on-one session with me, that information is in the description. You can also visit the website, because a lot of people will ask me, like, how do I get in touch with you? I'm like, bro, sis, it's all over the place. umyspeaks.life. You can email me. I'm also on social media at Earth and Magic and at Umi Speaks and at Umi Speaks on Facebook. And yeah, that's that. Till next time, peace.